Hello and welcome to your mat. In this short video, we're going to go through some of the safety aspects of doing your own home yoga practice. We've got some props, some pillows and a chair here for me to show you how you can use some of the things that you already have at home to help you to modify some of your poses and also give you the best aspect of giving yourself a really good yoga practice without any strain, without any discomfort. Yoga is about union, and one of the things I like to say, sometimes pushing through some uncomfortability can be a good thing. You know, life sometimes offers us things that we learn from, or maybe confronting and uncomfortable sometimes. But when we push through, or when we actually allow ourselves to lean in and to take steps of growth, it can be very rewarding. And it's the same thing with your yoga practice. We do not want pain and we do not want strain, but allowing yourself to take awareness to giving yourself a lean into some uncomfortabilities can be actually very rewarding in the long run. So let's have a look at some of the aspects here with your yoga. I have two mats going out here. That's just because of when I'm in front of people, I turn and I face different ways for you to see different aspects of my body. But really, what is your ideal area for you to practice in? You might just be on your bedroom floor or your lounge room floor. You might be outside. Whatever works for you, remembering that your practice is about your deep connection. So creating a space where you can come to, ideally every morning or every afternoon. Ideally, if that's not appropriate for you, then maybe 3 times a week. But I always encourage, if you can actually get to your space for 5 to 15 minutes a day, you're going to see a huge improvement on your overall health, your well-being and your mindset. A lot of people come to yoga for flexibility, and I want you to think about what flexibility is. Yes, we want to feel flexible in our body, we want to feel momentum in our body, but it's also really important to have that flexibility in the mind. So if you are allowing your mind and body to come in union, you are doing yoga. If you are feeling imbalanced, discomfort, or not feeling safe or in union, then we're not doing yoga. So something to think about. Is my mind allowing me to have the flexibility to say, right now I need to focus more on my breath before I take my pose any further? Does that make sense? Right now I need to focus deeper on my breath, my pranayama, to allow my body and mind to come into union. This is what Hatha Yoga is about, is bringing the discipline between your mind and your body. And how we do that is allowing our breath to guide the way. Let's do a little exercise. When you breathe in, how do you feel? What happens? What happens to your body? You instantly lift up. You can feel the rise in your body. So what happens when you breathe out? Is it a softness? Is it a letting go? Is it a place of surrendering? So therefore, our in-breath is increasing the energy, and our out-breath is allowing us to actually let go and settle into the position or the pose, or even the situation. Let's take that further. I want you to take your breath and breathing in, lifting your body up. And you can do this on the floor or sitting down. I'm going to take a seat on the chair here. So taking your breath and lifting everything up. You can feel the raise your arms if that feels right for you. Otherwise, just allowing your body to lift up through the spine and through the crown of your head. And then when you exhale, let's let everything go. Like a floppy rag doll, let everything go. Again, inhale. Exhale. big breath out. Okay, what we want to do now is take your breath in exactly how we're doing it, but instead of allowing the body to flop, let's hold the pose, but breathe out with the same aspects of letting go. Here's how we do it. We take the breath in, we lift up through the spine and the crown of the head, and then we simply hold that pose, but exhale and allow everything to soften. And what happens is that your posture, your pose, your asana becomes a lot more stronger and a lot more peaceful because you are allowing your breath to guide your movement. Let's take that further. If we were doing the pose of lifting our body up, let's take our arms up and then let's take ourselves out into a pose. It becomes strong. It becomes unified, and that's your yoga. That's what we want to do. So your breath is leading your movement, and through your practice, should you feel out of breath or out of balance, your key is to come back to your breathing. Your breath, ideally, we want to come in and out of the nostrils. At any time, if this feels a little strong, take a big puff out from the mouth and then start again. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. And obviously we take that a lot slower in different aspects of our breath, and we will do that in other videos. Let's have a look at some of the props that we can use. Over here I've got 2 blocks. If you find that touching your toes is quite difficult for you, then I encourage you to grab a couple of blocks for your practice. It's okay if you have your knees slightly bent, but if you generally just go down and find it a little strong to touch your toes, if you're pulling through the legs or the back, I encourage you for your practice as you get going to grab yourself some blocks. Now these blocks could be a couple of good big books. They could be, if anyone's still got phone books hanging around, those kind of things. But try and keep them light. We don't want heavy bricks or things like that because we do want to move them as you're going through your practice. Now what the blocks are going to do is actually help you create that stability in your practice. So if we're breathing in and the exhale allows us to come down and holding that beautiful stability, instead of feeling the strain through the legs and through the back because you're trying to get there, give yourself support. Give yourself the aspects to help you get from A to B to C. So here we have blocks that are on their highest level. Then we have second highest level. Then we have third highest level. And then from there, we move them away. And what a fantastic way to actually utilize your level to see yourself increase. Remembering, if your breath is not leading your practice, then we're not in union. We want to feel calm and nurtured through everything that you're doing. No strain, no pain, but discomfort, maybe sometimes, is allowing you to step through some growth. Here's some other ways of actually using your blocks in your practice. So if you're anywhere we are on our hands, anywhere we are on the floor with our hands, we can utilize these blocks. So here, if we're doing some posing and through your different sequences that we're going to do together, you'll be able to see how you can actually bring some blocks in for different poses to actually help you reach a more level of comfort. Okay? The other prop that we have here is our strap. Now, this here, you can buy these little packs together. I think you can start from a few dollars to a lot of dollars. You don't need to spend a lot of dollars on your equipment, because it's not about the equipment, it's about you. And then saying that, if you feel that you want to buy yourself a yummy mat or buy yourself a special cushion, then that's all part of your union, and I encourage you to do that as well. So here we have a strap. You can use a man's tie, a dress tie. You could use a belt. I do encourage you to think about, not having anything that's really stretchy. I have seen in the past that they can cause a little bit of accidents. We don't want that. This is all about safety. So we want something that's not going to stretch, so no elastic. And with this, these straps here are to help us to create a little bit more length. So fantastic to utilize for our yin practice, for a deeper posture or a deeper pose. So for instance, with having maybe a leg stretch, we want to utilize the strap to actually help us lean into the pose. Through the videos that you'll see with me, you'll notice that I will always talk about your posture, so you will be guided in what to do. The strap here is just to help you to support and stability. It makes us feel amazing in every aspect of our life. So always encourage yourself to make sure that where you are in your practice, you are feeling supported and you are feeling that stability. So simply allowing the middle of the strap to go to the place of the foot or wherever else you're using it. There's so many ways we can use this, and you'll see it through different videos. Using the ends and actually twirling them around and simply allowing yourself to have that stretch rather than feeling, and it's becoming a mindset of strain, okay? How can we get yourself into a position that is comfortable? We use props, okay? So there's many ways we can do that. Check out my videos on actually using props through practices. I've got lots of things happening online, so have a look at different aspects, or please feel free to contact me. The other thing that I have brought here today, while I'm on the floor, is utilising our pillows. Now the pillows here are for your comfort, obviously, to create that beautiful comfort for your practice. If you find that sitting, even in a cross-legged position, is uncomfortable for you, then what we want to do is lift up the back or lift up the hips. So a couple of options here is to pop your pillows. You are better having your legs out in front and lifting up through the spine, like so. Maybe even popping pillows underneath your hips, like so. Because the opposite is this, and have a look at my back. It's curved, I feel strained, I feel restricted, and that's not going to create a beautiful unity with you. So utilising your pillows, we can also do that on the back if we're in butterfly poses. Popping pillows under your hips are fantastic. Popping pillows in front of you to actually utilise some of the poses to give yourself some quiet time. So pillows are a really good way to have around you. Sometimes we won't use them all the time, but they're there if you want them. The other thing I've got today is a chair. With your balance poses, having a chair is going to actually help you have a little bit of support. And that's what we're here for, is creating a little bit of support. So sometimes having a little bit of support through your pose is a matter of just touching. You could also touch a wall, but having something there when we work through our balancing, it's not a bad idea to have something so you can touch, so you can feel that stability. The other thing with the chair is if you're finding in your practice that going from the floor to upstanding is a lot for you, then simply allow yourself to have your practice sitting. There's no wrong here. It's all about making it work for you. Have a look out if this is more convenient for you. Have a look out, coming soon or online now, depending when you're watching this, is my chair sequence on how to utilise your chair and in a more calming way for your practice. I want to finish this video with once again reminding you that your yoga is your union with yourself. It is your mind and your body discipline and connection. It's allowing yourself to even taking it from a place where you are looking at your body, you are looking at your mind. Your body, your mind, you're back here, the essence of you, the key to you. You're the driver. Allow yourself to be in purity when you are driving this energy forward. Your body will feel amazing from it. Your mindset will change. You will grow. You will feel calmer. Your cells will rejuvenate and everything in your life will become more fruitful and vitality. Should you have any questions, don't hesitate to connect with me at W. Much love. Namaste.